Hello and welcome back to RimWorld. This is the second episode of the Drugworld Community Challenge that I'm taking part in. We've got 10 hours to produce as many drugs as we can with the colony. I've done a little bit of work laying out some more plans for the rough locations of walls, as well as some actual pretty decent sized perimeter wall that I want around the first initial crop area. Hoping this will give us a pretty good foundation to start growing crops, making the most of the fertile soil in this area. I've also put down the first power infrastructure as a flash storm starts to hit. Please say this. I am burn the other side of the river as much as you want. This is exactly the kind of reason that I want a big wall of stone going all the way around the April area. I'd really like to not have raiders set fire or flash storms set fire to the map. I'm sure we've got some rain incoming now. Yeah, so we're definitely gonna enjoy watching this wall get built up. It will definitely be a good part of our defence. I have added a door down here, but I'm actually going to keep the rest of it pretty sealed off. Raiders tend to target doors, and just having less ways that people can get into this section just makes the most sense to me. We've also got our first rice starting to be harvested just as it gets dark. So yeah, I'll keep letting the pawns build this wall and let you know when the next interesting thing happens. Okay, so the perimeter wall is going up, it's almost finished, and MJ has continued to be interacting with orbs. So their resistance is now down to 7, so I put some wooden floors in the room in the hopes it would make it a bit more mood, but I think you've got to get it to a certain threshold for it to be a nicer room, just for it to increase the mood and make recruitment chances a little bit more effective. But that's all good. And MJ is hunting a buck that wandered into our perimeter wall, which is interesting. What are you doing? Sure. You keep doing that while yeah, Sally finishes off this wall. Once the wall's complete, we'll then start getting these wind turbines built, and we'll start looking to probably just get normal lighting going on. When it comes to actual research, I don't know how much I want to do. We don't have that much time, and I think any research we do should be very carefully decided. And so for the time being, I'm just going to keep developing as we go. It may be we get someone come along that's really good at research and nothing else, in which case we probably might as well hit a few items in the tech tree. But certainly as for now, it doesn't fit with our get as many drugs as possible plan. More of the crops have come in as well, and that's given us a bit of a backlog of rice, but really not that much. So I think it is time to get a bunch more. I'm really not concerned if we overproduce crop items. Maybe that will increase our wealth too much or something, but I am happy to. That's not what I wanted to do. I am very happy to risk it. Going to get some more psychoid. The one thing that I did want to create is a decent freezer, so that's likely going to be what I do next. And I think I'm actually going to delete that dumping the zone, and I'll create the freezer in this area here. Generally, I like my freezers to be separate. I know you don't necessarily need them, but if we're overproducing psychoid leaves, for example, I'd rather we just had somewhere where we could freeze them, and then we can ramp up our production of what's compared to what's already in the freezer. So it seems to me storing it here, less far to travel, would make the most sense. So let's just make sure I've removed corpses from this one. And that is actually our outer wall fully completed. So if I select power, I have sent an initial power conduit through the base. I am going to take that through that way as well. And let's get the freezer starting to be built. Given that's the case, I'll be replacing this with sandstone wall as well. And let's get those hauled out of there. Okay, perfect. So Sally's actually mined out a section of this now, so this is starting to become more ready to be the freezer. Had the chunks pulled out of there. A lot more rice is being harvested just so our food supply is sorted, and I'm also making sure these trees are being removed now. We're still only on 2 excellent beds, and I did end up deconstructing the normal ones. I'm going to just leave these here optimistically for the time being, and I've increased our storage a little bit. Looks like we've already produced quite a lot of stone brick, but I'm quite happy with that. We are going to need to continue working on walls, so when Lucy isn't cooking, they're making sandstone. I'm quite happy with that, works for me. Come on guys, let's get all these crops in. Just bumped up hauling a little bit so that they can get all these crops out of the rain. They are getting demolished. Okay, and I have overproduced corpses, so let's quickly build another dumping stockpile zone just over here. And this is for corpses. Allow fresh. No. We definitely want to prioritise getting this rice in now. That's up to 500 rice, which is definitely a better position to be in. The rest of this will be brought in. I mean, let's cancel any more hauling of that. Perfect. Okay, so we have been overhunting a little bit, slash underproducing things from the meat, and so some of these animals have gone rotten. I'm just going to get. I need to allow large animals again in here, don't I? Allow large corpses. Great. Rotten. Great. Are you not rotten? Rotting. What am I doing wrong? Why can I not hold you? There we go. Now I've disabled it from here. Those can be pulled out of there. Much better. And what I actually need to be doing is duplicating the simple meal task, and then in this one I take out vegetarian. And that will mean that Lucy now prioritises using up the meat first, which will be much better. So yeah, it's going really well. I mean, we're 60% of the way to our first cycloid harvest, and that's where we'll really start to actually produce our first drugs, which is good because we do actually still have smoke leaf joints. How are all our chemical fascination people doing? Okay, -8 on all of them. One at a time. It's time. For you to fill up your chemical bars in that case, and we should see that that's got rid of the negative, and that should keep their chemical bar full for a little while now. Yeah, a little while, and we will get cycloid T into their daily schedules soon. I think we probably just go for it, don't we? And just go cycloid all the way for the time being. I might as well still just prioritise the rich soil, but in fact, there we go. Cycloid plant. I can understand that you want to be careful to not overproduce and increase your wealth beyond what you can defend, but if that's the issue, then that'll be the issue. We can always drop wealth quickly, but we can't grow crops quickly, so I think doing a lot of growing makes sense. Perfect timing when we don't have walls, but we do have a little while, and it is only 2 tribals that are attacking us, at least I hope it is only 2 red dots. Yeah, looks to only be 2. I think we'll be completely fine to deal with that. I am going to get you to hold that door open and haul that wood. If you can stand there, and then let's haul this wood in. And then you should build all of that in one go. Okay, perfect. We're back in a good state, and the raiders are yet to attack us. Okay, great. So my plan will be for when these guys attack to try and take a few pot shots at them while they cross the river. What have we got here? So, kind, cooking, mining, animals, I'd definitely take you if I could, and then no trait, but good construction, good mining, shooting again. Okay, so black should be the priority. I mean, they've both got short bows. They've got poor short bows, so they're really not going to pose much of a threat. But if we do get the chance, we'll be shooting at black first, because of their better shooting skill. But for the time being, these guys can just keep doing what they're doing. Here we go, they're beginning their assault. Are you gonna... Yes, cool. So this is what, if Randy was about, I would accuse him of designing suicidal instincts into my colonists, but this is Cassandra, so it's her being clever, I guess. So Lucy was about to go and haul something from the other side of the map and cross, so the tribals would get her. It looks like they're going to cross a bit further over this way, so I'm going to keep working my way up. I guess this is the narrowest part, so I shouldn't be too surprised that's where they're trying to go. I would love if MJ wasn't at the back, but they are. Let's go like that. Already got a hit off on black, that's brilliant. Left arm, let's get Sally into cover. Lucy really doesn't need to be in the firing line. And another hit. Let's retreat back a little. And just grabbing a screenshot. 2 more shots on black. Let's avoid having too much of a firefight now they have taken some damage. I mean, this just shows better weapons, better shooting skill, bit of cover. Definitely has worked out well for us. Love you to still be taking a few pot shots. MJ does just have the superior range. I'm just going to keep working my way back because there's no point taking unnecessary damage, and I mean black is in a bad way, it's only going to get worse. And okay, not much damage to Barracuda yet. There's another hit on Barracuda. They're starting to cotton in on Sally though. So let's set up like that. Shoot at them while they're out of cover. Certainly don't mind that. Okay, and what took out Barracuda, that was a pretty good shot. Yeah, quite a few bolt action rifle shots to the torso, that would do it. And black is bleeding out. What I'm going to do is they are going to stop firing, and I'm going to get Lucy to move one of these beds into the prison cell, and hopefully black will collapse from their injuries and we can capture them. We will want to be capturing them with Lucy, so Lucy's going to come over here for that medical tend, and it's going to be Sally that does that. They're on the attack. Command is, if black goes that way, I'm pretty confident they'll fall to the ground soon. Okay, bed is set for capturing. How are you doing? I will kill you before you leave the map, because I'm an evil person. Oh, you're tough. Maybe this will probably get him. Let's wait as long as we can. Okay, amazing. Now straight away tend. That was a very delicate cut to the leg to knock them down. Well done, Lucy. And we could be getting our hands on another construction miner. That means that Sally will be able to go completely to plants. if we capture them, so that can stay there. So yeah, could be a really good addition, assuming they don't die, and that we can convert them. But 5 hours, 4 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours. It is extreme blood loss, but you are getting captured. Awesome. I think we've got pretty lucky with our raids to have people that have actually been downed and not outright killed. I think getting these prisoners recruited is going to be a pretty big deal. I'm actually wondering about improving our prison because I think it's going to be really important. So I'll get that wall being built. Of course, MJ's just been standing here like a muppet because I'm dumb. But that raid went really well. I'm really happy with that. Okay, Lucy, bring him in. Perfect. And this isn't home zone, which isn't exactly. At this stage, I do want all of these walls to be home zoned. Definitely all of that section, and they might as well stop bringing dirt from those bits as well. Definitely hasn't been helping that that's been dirty, but good thing I caught it now. And you are, what are you doing? You're tending to them because infection. Okay, I missed that. I definitely want the first one. We have enough medicine that I'm happy the first tend be with good medicine. That doesn't bother me. If we can get a decent tend, another good reason to clean the room, but if we can get a decent tend the first time, then that will really increase the chances of this us having a runaway success rather than a runaway infection. Come on, Lucy. 77, that's brilliant, and I'll drop back down to tend with no medicine, and we'll just have to keep a bit of an eye on it. Yep, feed him up as well. Now we've got a few prisoners, I'm going to increase these up to 16. Mad Buffalo, how close? And is it just the one? The one mad? Yeah, okay, well that is meat coming straight to our fridge, so I'll wait for it to get a bit closer. What are the chances you lock yourself in? Pretty high, I think. And yeah, how is Orbs doing? Resistance 1.4. Muffalo. There you are. Resistance to 0.9, so 2 more hits, hopefully. Okay, so Muffaloes are quite a threat, so I'm going to do a bit of shooting, and then I might need to pull back through the trap corridor, because nah, it would be a lot better if I chain a bit. Keep them running around in circles. I can see 2, I can see 3 of my pawns. Cool, they are all here. Yeah, I think I'll give it a go with the chaining. The only thing I would say is I would like, let's bring you all in here so we're ready, and I am going to pass the. Who's my tough pawn? You're my tough pawn, so Sally's going to be my I can take hits pawn. It is, I think, the only sensible way to do it. because tough means half of the incoming damage is removed, so they just take half the damage, which is really brilliant. Okay, shooting skill is not going to be good, but MJ can be here, Sally can be the initial one to go out, Lucy can just stay back here. Who's mage break risk? Lucy, how come? You hate everything. Cool. Hot. Is this room getting too hot? Okay, now. Is there am I dumb? I didn't see that there was a heat wave. 52 degrees. Yeah, no wonder you're too hot. Cool. We'll sort that out in a second. Get some coolers. Plenty of wood, so that'll be fine. I really don't want to take damage here, and you guys are completely... Okay, you've hit a leg, but that's not having that much of impact. You know what? I really don't want to get any injuries from this, so let's close that door. That was great. You can come and stand here, you can come and stand here. I was going to let him come into the traps, but maybe we can be clever about this. What if you come round this way? Nope. In fact, that will work anyway, but no, I don't like your call-up time. There we go. And it will be coming round to me, I'm sure now. Sorry to Sally. Let's get you in bed. Awesome. That was simple enough. Great, so heat stroke is now the challenge. I could throw a cooler in, but I'm just going to use some passive coolers for now. And let's focus on getting the main room done first. How are you doing? You've got heat stroke as well. Cool, and we'll want that door to be closed as well. Okay, perfect. Great, Rage and Angry Muffalo dealt with. I will take that. How is the infection doing? And it is in the arm, 21 to 33. That is brilliant. Very happy about that. MJ is relaxing socially. After you've done that, can you just harvest those two? Something hit that. Oh, probably shooting at the buck. I know we're hunting it. This is a much better temperature now. I'm happy to do open. I think just those three are going to keep this all much better. And MJ's been doing a really good job of getting a whole bunch more cycloid planted, and we could do with starting to look at cooling this room down. we're not going to need that much space initially, so I'm going to pop down some shelves and door. This section is relatively safe. And so by having a smaller area to cool down, it will make the freezer more effective. It will cool down quicker when heat does get in. So this will be my main freezer section. Probably will want an entrance there anyway, actually. Yeah, I think I do. Now, will you deconstruct first? No, straight repair. Okay, brilliant. And then let's throw in a steel door. Is that in line? Hey, it is. Great. And I want a cooler. Definitely that way around. Yeah, one will do for now. So that will be the priority. I'm wondering if I switch these to singles. Let's just see how it goes. Storage, clear all, and foods preferred. Meals preferred. I think that all works. And then from this section, I get rid of all foods and meals. And I also get rid of plant matter and medicine, because herbal medicine also does that. So then in these we want herbal medicine and we very much want plant matter. There we go. Perfect. We then want to set this to be, let's just do, is minus 15 too ambitious? I don't know. Let's go for it. And perhaps actually putting a roof back on it will help. It's almost like he won't like that otherwise. I know packaged survival meals do not need to go in a freezer, but they are now. We might be about to witness orbs be converted to join us. We might not, but we might. Come on. Come on. Join Fieldos of Drugos. You can become one of us. And we can produce all of the drugs. I've set Sally to build this perimeter wall. Yes! Let's go. And you're unhappy straight away? Hey. You're not allowed to do that. Cool. That's brilliant. Fourth point. Oh, and pinky purple vibe. Love it. New recruit. That's brilliant. Let's get you going on these. And okay, so you are mining, cooking, crafting. We're going to have you as our main crafter. So I'm going to remove cooking for now. Obviously you can pick up the slack if needed. Certainly remove construction. I'll definitely keep mining and take Sally off mining. You're way better at it anyway. But then stone is definitely your specialty. And we still don't have a good artist. Yeah, that's brilliant. I'll take that. The only other person... yeah, I'm definitely happy with how all of that is looking. But having another colonist, yeah, that is right. What a weird word. We are on about day 15, so taking a month. I'm very happy with that. Yeah, MJ doing all the planting. That's brilliant. Now, can I build drug labs yet? I very much can, and I very much want to. So, let's just be a bit bold with this and assume that I'm gonna want them pretty soon, and I'll build 2. I also definitely want that to be mined out. This is already in negative temperatures, so that's brilliant. Orbs is already working for us. We love to see it. Schedule. How about... Sorry, Sally. That was from when I was forcing them to do a bit of building work here just before the raid happened. That is completely fine. Right, there's a bunch more good beds. Now, this barracks is probably still horrible, isn't it? Awful. I can now... It might be worth me just moving the bog standard stuff all into here for the time being, just to try and make it a bit nicer in there. Copy settings, paste settings, and delete that. Hopefully it'll make it a little bit nicer. I'm not against... I could have done this earlier, but I'm definitely not against planting. It's daylilies, isn't it? Sometimes I think it's dandelions, but they're the ones that are just good for being eaten. Daylilies need a light requirement of 30% to grow. So we don't have a good artist, we can't build good statues yet. I will try and buy one if I can at some point soon. But we can't. So doing the, at least I saw it on Adam versus Everything, trick of planting daylilies does improve the beauty in the room. So we can see us climbing up the room requirements just through the planting of these, already up to mediocre, decent. Yeah, I mean, should I have done that straight away? Yeah, but do I like it as a mechanic? Not really. But it's in the game, and this is all about the drugs. I've just got to think about the drugs. Transport crash and relationship. Tony probably can do medical. Criminal surgeon. If you rescue her, she is the mother of orbs. So you are 47. Ugly, that's fine. Still make drugs. Gourmand. Isn't orbs Gourmand? Yep, runs in the family. Medical, mining. You can haul and clean if nothing else. Yep. definitely. So I can tend to you without medicine. You a shop? God, what have you been doing? Go, Lucy, go. We've got Tony to rescue. Okay. And why do they always do this? It's all the time. Someone can go get that later. All the time they do things like that. It's so annoying. I mean, that'd be amazing if you did join. Fine if you don't, but it'd be amazing if you did join. Come on, your daughter's here. You've got to want to stay, surely. Now, let's actually do that. I'm kind of happy leaving that outdoors though, so let's set remove area on that. Cool. 4 buffalo meat lost. That is not the end of the world. And how am I doing on rice? 300. I'm going to assume our population is going to keep growing, and I do want these windmills to be not treed. Do I want to build another one? I mean, it fits pretty well. I could actually go here and here, and then they go in the middle. What are my power requirements even? Maybe one more? Just the one more for now. Let's do one more. And cut down all these trees. S'il vous plaît. Perfect. And you're starting to haul everything everywhere. You can walk now. Be amazing if they all joined. Although I do need to be really careful because I am going to get... I just have a pretty strong sense that there's going to be a pretty nasty raid happening soon. So I'm going to cut down some more wood, and I'm going to do what the ultimate paranoia, because let's be honest, it will be drop pods. It's somehow always a drop pod raid. Let's just put them in some kiteable locations. I don't need many out, but there is definitely benefits to having a few spike traps around the place. Okay, disease, Tony, in your leg, your gunshot wound. We are going to bump that up and prioritise tending. Or do the same thing as Black, who I haven't checked for ages, but clearly did develop immunity. Brilliant. Hopefully we can get you ship shape again. Now, is this room clean? I think so. 100%. That's great. Modern Lucy. And then drop that back down to Doctor Care. With no medicine. Okay, great. And we have just had a quest. Martin, a Prime Counsellor, has informed us there's a collection of valuable items pretty close. There may be an unknown threat. It is a psychic soothe pulsar. Alright, let's take a quick look at how close this is to us. I don't think I've shown the world map yet. There's no trading colonies that close to us, as you can see, but that one definitely is in reach. And we could come down to this one, but generally it's the most kind of the bigger ones you want to go to. Um, if this Sooth Pulsar was here, I think I'd go out and get it. But they're mountains. That's going to take ages to get to. Um, Absolutely ages. Yeah, 3 days. I just don't need that. So no. Cancel, and let's go back in. Zoom in. Cool, good to check, but I don't think we'll be taking them up on that. We've definitely made a lot of progress this episode with a whole bunch of perimeter walls built, working on the extension to that now. We've had a whole bunch of longer time crops go, so we're pretty close to harvesting our first psychoid plants. Our cotton's just about become ready, and we're topping up on our heel root supplies. Hopefully we will be able to recruit Black soon, and maybe even Tony will join us, getting us 5-6 colonists. So yeah, it's been a really good bit of progress. For those that are interested, we're now 2 hours and 10 minutes in, so only we've got less than 8 hours left to produce as many drugs as we can. So hopefully we'll be able to really start pumping out drugs soon, and the fact we're getting more people is definitely looking promising. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye.